Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to our very first podcast. There is no specific subject today. We just want to be talking about life and today's standards, and then the conversation may carry any other way. Ree, do you have anything to say?
Not really. I just want to say welcome to Re and Myanna Unfiltered, and we're happy to see you guys in our podcast future.
Alrighty, so please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment what your favorite color is, and if you will, please share this video with your friends. And if you want, you can possibly be featured in one of our podcasts. So the first subject we're going to talk about is basically just society at the moment and how it is being a teenager in society. Marie, do you have anything to say?
Um, no, I think you really said that perfectly about what we're gonna do today, and yeah.
Okay, so basically, back me up and say whatever you want, but I feel like in today's society, teenagers are very judgmental, and it's hard to be who you really want to be in this generation without being judged. And I feel like we were honestly born to be our own person, not to be copy and paste, but that's what like everyone wants, question mark. Do you have anything to say?
I agree. I also think that our society has been neutralized to certain standards. Like, you have to look this certain way to be popular, you have to look this certain way to be liked. If you don't do this, you won't be liked, you won't be accepted. And I really think that it's because people or social media has everyone's opinions, which isn't bad, but also at the same time, sometimes people's opinions are just not opinions. They use the word opinion to back up whatever rude comment they use or say. And I think, as being the generation coming up, I think that that should not be happening. And I think that we should be bringing people up instead of just knocking each other down because of how someone acts or their appearance or just how they come off as a person.
And I definitely agree with you. And I feel like people are very judgmental, and you can't really pick the way that you want to look unless you get plastic surgery, which can cost thousands of dollars. But long story short, I feel like you can't pick the way that you look when you're born, and it's very, very unfair. And God made us into our own beings to look a certain way. And I personally feel like everyone is beautiful in their own way. I don't really think that we need to have copy and paste, y'all, but you know.
I think it's just kind of like a portrait that social media has painted onto us teenagers coming up, and also the generation behind us, Gen Alpha, which is a very scary generation, I will add. But they're gonna grow up and they're gonna see all the stuff that's happened during our generation, and they're gonna think that that's the way they should be, and then the cycle's gonna go over and over and over again. And I'm in my head, I'm just wondering, I'm like, so when is this all going to slow down and become a better society or like a better way to be living, you know?
Yes, I definitely do understand. I don't know, and I feel like social media can be quite literally draining. Like today, I wasn't feeling it at all. I just felt like sleeping all day, and it's like every single thing that happened or whatever, just my phone period. I just got like really, really irritated, and I don't really know why I got irritated. But social media is very, very draining. But yet again, it's very addicting, and it's hard to like get off of it if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like social media really it kind of shapes my day if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
like social media, if I don't know how to explain it, but social media kind of like controls my day, and it's to the point where like I don't have much of a social life with my family and friends. Like I'm on social media 24/7. And oh wait, I forgot. I'm on, I'm on social media 24/7, and I am Christian, but I try to get more into my religion, but I feel like social media really does take a big part in that. And so I am not going to lie. Lately, I have been very lukewarm, but it's like social media is so addicting to the point where I don't know how to put it down. Social media is kind of like a drug, if you think about it.
I agree. Um, I I don't think I'm on social media as much anymore. I feel like now that I'm getting older, I'm using left of my TV. So sad, but I'm using left of my TV. I'm not. If I'm on my phone, I'm really just talking to my friends on the phone, not really much on social media. And if I am not on my phone with my friends, I'm just playing games. I think now that I'm getting older, social media is becoming boring, and now my phone's starting to get boring, and now I have to find like new hobbies to get into, or I'm just gonna be bored and miserable, and I don't want to be that. So I think that if you are getting too attached to social media or something along those lines, I think it's good to find a healthier alternative, like a hobby such as cooking, reading, songwriting, arts and crafts, anything that's more hands on to get your mind off of just social media and having to stare at a screen all day, hurting your eyes, hurting your eyesight,
Hurting your
and
mental health.
yes, that especially, that's what I was looking for. But just hurting your mind. And I think that it's good to just, have a little, what's the word? Have a little outlet or escape to like a new world that you can just immerse yourself in, and to just put social media or put whatever you have that you're getting addicted to on the back burner for a while. A good little bit. Not, it doesn't have to be permanent. It can be small baby steps, like I won't be on social media for a good hour or two. Or I'll put this down for a couple hours. I'll put this down for a couple hours. It's just to get into a cycle of being healthier for yourself and for your mind. I think that's a good routine to have.
And I definitely agree. And I feel like low key social media is taking up like all of my life, and I'm not really living the teenage life that I visioned when I was younger or that I want to live at the moment. Like, I want to be a teenager who's young, who don't have to worry about society problems or money. And I just want to go and travel. I just want to go on the beach. I just want to go swimming. I want to go swim in the ocean. I want to do all these teenage things. I want to hang out with my friends, go shopping with my friends, and go to parties. But I feel like also with today's world, it's really, really dangerous, and it's really hard to do things without people like trying to come for you or get in your business, or just dangerous people trying to get in contact with you in general. I feel like it's very, very hard, and it's very sad. So then I'm just here stuck in a box that I don't know how to escape because I'm scared to step in another step. If that, like,
Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's like getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
And I know I bring, quite frankly, religion into like everything, but God said, walk by faith and not by sight," and it's kind of hard. Sorry to put it back.
It's my sister in the background, guys. I'm so sorry.
It's quite frankly hard to do that because I just don't know what's going to happen next. Like, that's the reason why I don't do certain things, because I'm just kind of scared of what is going to happen next. Like, if I do this one thing, then what's going to happen next? If I do that thing, then what's going to happen next? So here again, I am in this black box that I don't know how to escape. But then again, I promised my family that I would do something to help us out, but I'm just scared. I don't know where to start.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but like I said, just getting out of your comfort zone is the hardest part. And I think it's because we've trapped ourselves into a bubble of everything that we like to do, and everything that we don't like to do is stuck out of the bubble, or something that we're not sure that we want to do is stuck outside of that bubble. And then when you have to pop that bubble, it's like the bubble is made out of steel. So it's
Quite frankly, yes.
literally, so you can't easily pop it, and you have to, pick your way through the steel to get out. And I
Definitely.
don't, that's a really crazy analogy I just made, but that's the only way I could describe it.
Honestly, that's literally how I feel. And y'all, I know this might sound stupid and I might sound delusional, but hear me out, okay? So I feel like my name is quite uncommon, and I okay. I feel like my name is quite uncommon. And so when you look at a few famous people, you see their name, like other people might have their name, but it's not a lot. Like the name Chloe, that's very popular. The name Sarah, that's popular, etc. You know what I mean? I feel like my name is very, very uncommon. And so, with that being said, I feel like I am definitely here to make a change in the world, no matter what it is. And I have a purpose in this world, but I don't know what it is just yet. And I don't know where to start. And then I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just want to do it. But it's just like I'm scared. I'm scared of the next step. Because I don't want the consequences that comes from my actions.
Yeah, I totally like. I feel like because next year we're gonna be adults. Oh my gosh, it's so scary. I'm so scared. But at the same time, I'm really excited. And I think that once we're adults, we'll have more freedom,
Yeah.
and then we can start doing the things that we want to do. Like travel the world. I don't mean like fresh out of high school. I mean like, go to college and
Yeah.
get your money up and then go travel.
Yeah. I definitely want to travel, but it's kind of like money plays a big factor. Like, I want to go to college for fashion design, and I want to go to college to be a model. And that's another thing. Like, I'm not the thinnest person in the world. I'm not the tallest person in the world, and I'm not the person who has the best looks in the world. But I feel like today's society has standardized like certain features. Not like height wise and weight wise. I feel like everyone is beautiful in their own way, facial features and body wise and height wise. And I feel like you shouldn't have to look a certain way to be a model. Like
I
if I'm
agree.
being if I'm being quite frankly, I'd be considered like medium size, but in the fashion industry, I'd be considered plus size. And it's like, do I have to be extremely thin for you to love me? And also, I made this little poem back then that I'd never really showed anyone, or if I did, it was very little people. But I'm going to read it out to you. It is a tiny bit lengthy.
Oh
But
my.
the title of it is Peace. Before I say the poem, would you like to say anything, Reed?
Um, no, you can go ahead.
All right. So I made this poem like last year. It's been an occurring thing, but at the bottom part, I will not be reading that for personal reasons because that's kind of my love life, and you know. So the name of it is Peace. Okay, here you go. It's not that I'm depressed and it's not that I want attention. It's just that I want to be beautiful. I want to be cherished and showered with love because I know my worth. I just want peace. I want to live in my own fantasy where nothing is harmful or shameful. I want to be alone sometimes. I just want to be able to sit in a room and read and write and paint my feelings, then run into people with tears built upon. Then run into people with tears upon built up anger. I want to help those who are hurting because I know how it feels to be happy and unhappy and walk around with. Wait, what? Sorry. And point of my face and run into people with tears built up upon anger. I want to help those who are hurting because I know how it feels. I want to be happy and walk around with crop tops without being called a hoe or a slut. Just because I show a little bit of skin, I'm a slut or pass around a hoe
Oh,
or quote unquote green. But when I wear baggy clothes, I get shamed because I'm a boy. Peace. Society is horrible for the qualifications for being a beautiful woman. It's having a hourglass shape with those beautiful curvy hips. It's hip dips not beautiful. I have to have a round butt. I have to have shoulders like a model. There's beautiful, majestic shoulders that sits high. I have to have big lips, long lashes, and a round button nose or a skinny nose. No smile lines. A small forehead, straight white teeth, abs. Am I not enough? Do I have to spend thousands on my body for it to love me like a queen should be loved? Why? Why do you shame us? Why do you shame me? You shame us because we aren't light enough, dark enough, slim enough, or smart enough. Do I have to make straight A's to be good enough for you? Is A's and B's not enough for you? Do my money condone to you? I meant you use me, yet I still come back because I see something in you that others don't. I give you chance after chance, and you still take my heart and rip it into a million pieces. And you shame me because I'm the reason that anything bad occurred between us. Shame on me, shame on you. Peace, love, enough. I love you dearly. I struggle day after day, but I do it for love. People say there is no such thing as love, but I don't believe it. They said love at first sight isn't truth, but I deceive it. You hurt me, you shame me, and you blame me. Peace, love, enough. I have faith because I walk with my Lord and Savior. I see something in us that others don't. Well, maybe. Not everything is forever. Love. I hope soon one day that the right man will come into my life and love me, but not for my body or looks. But cherish me like a king should. You know, you can never find loyal ones nowadays, but I keep searching because I know they're out there. It's like Cinderella. Peace, love, trust. It's not that I'm a attention seeker, and it's not that I'm depressed. I just want to be enough. Peace, love, and trust. And this was wrote by me on November 6th, 2022. Yeah. Ree, do you have anything to say?
Wait, never mind. I lied.
Okay. Do you have anything to say?
Um, girl, I am so sorry. Did you stop talking for a second, or did your voice just cut out completely?
I was talking the whole time.
Oh,
It's
I
okay.
heard you until like I don't know at what point because you're talking really fast, but it like you stopped talking, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll reread it. All right.
No, please.
Why not?
It was so long.
But just listen to it. Just like listen to it and just
I
listen
was
to
literally listening. It's just like the last part that you said, it just cut off.
it. Okay, well, long story short, I was basically talking about how um today's society want all these beauty standards like we talked about, and how if you dress a certain way, then you're considered pass around or quote unquote green or the other word. And I feel like it's very sad that we're teenagers and we have to deal with this type of stuff. I feel like we should just be out living our life and being happy. Yeah, I don't know, man.
But I will say that I really did like your poem. I think it hit every single bullet point of how we feel today as being part of the year 2025, or really these last 2 years. I think that you hit every nail point, and I think that's incredible.
Incredible. Anyways, um, um, but I don't know. I just, honestly, if I'm being quite frankly, I guess we're getting to the mental health field. Kind of, I guess it's turned into a ranting or venting session. Um, but if I'm being quite frankly, something that's really weird about me is I've always became friends with people who don't have the best mental health, and I used to be okay with it. Like I used to be fine with it. I'd be able to comfort them and everything. But then it got to a point where like my quote unquote love life question mark got really, really bad, and I didn't really know who I was. And that happened in about 2023. And I'm kind of the same now, but it's a bit worse. And it's like I keep coming close to people with mental health that isn't the best. And it's I'll help them and I'll tell them things, but it's kind of like a broken person trying to heal a broken person, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. As someone who also doesn't have, well, who used to not have the best mental health, I think I've gotten really better at that. But I remember myself trying to bring other people up who had even worse problems than me, but my problems were still bad. Like, It was really, really bad. And I think trying someone who isn't at their best, trying to bring up someone else that is also isn't at their best, it's like two negatives that don't that actually don't make a positive.
Yeah.
So,
Kind of like electrons, guys.
exactly. I was gonna bring up chemistry, but also at the same time I was gonna bring up math, even though chemistry, whatever. Um, yeah, I think that if you're at your lowest, you should focus on yourself more than trying to help someone out who's also at their lowest, because it's draining from firsthand experience. It's draining trying to bring out the best in someone else when you can't bring out the best in yourself. So that's why I think that if you are struggling with mental health issues, or you know that your mental health isn't the best, focus on yourself and bring yourself up first. And I mean that in every aspect, not just your mental health, but like bring your emotions up, bring your mind up to a good place, in a good headspace, and most importantly, bring up your mental health.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's something that I struggle with. But that's always kind of been Myanna. I've always been the person to like put others before herself and try to help people cope when she don't know how to cope herself. It's kind of like y'all, I'm not trying to sign email or anything, but like um I kind of don't really know who I am. I say that I know. I say that I know who I am, and I say that I know what I want to do in life. But the truth is, I don't know who I really am, and I just say things to make people. I don't know. I don't know the word for it, but it's kind of like I fake a personality. But I don't know. It's also been kind of like I've always been the hardest person to like fit in with groups. Like I'd be at school and people be talking, laughing, giggling, and then I'll be the one to come in like, "Hey, how are you?" You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard because like I don't really know how to fit in, and I don't know. I really don't know. But I just want to be the best version of myself one day, and I can help people. But when I'm extremely better, and I want to make a change in my family because it's a lot of things that we struggle with that I tell family and friends, and things that I don't tell family and friends. If they sorry friends, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. My life is pretty hard. I've went through a lot, and it's kind of mentally draining, and it's to the point where like I'm just like, okay, I don't know what life is. I don't know what my purpose is. I'm kind of just here, if that makes sense. What about you? How do you feel, Ree?
I wanted to add on about the part. Oh my goodness. I
Sorry,
wanted
y'all.
to I wanted to add on to the part where you were talking about basically faking your personality so everyone can, I think the word you're trying to look for it was everyone to accept you into whatever group they were in, like whatever friend group they were in. Um I agree heavily on that, especially when I moved here. I think that because I was surrounded by people who kind of acted the same, who act the same, it's kind of hard to like not want to be yourself when you know that they won't accept you as who you are. So it's kind of like you have to either pick like what your personality is, like, oh, do you like this? Do you like Uggs? Do you like country music? And it's like, oh, I actually don't like those things, but I'll say that I like those things so you'll like me.
Yeah,
And I, ever since I've lived here for the past 2 years, I've kind of found my place in my friends and the friend groups that I'm in, and I learned to not be in those types of friend groups because those friend groups are the ones that are most toxic. And people that you think are your friend are the people who will be the fastest to turn on you when a rumor is spread about you.
yeah, and um, I don't know. I feel like with every single friend that I do have, I kind of like fake my personality, if that makes sense. Like With one of my friends, she actually doesn't live far from us. I feel like around her, I can be like, I don't know. I can just be peace, if that makes sense. I can
Right.
be at peace with her. Oh, sorry, y'all, it's my phone. I can be at peace with her. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, she just has a beautiful soul, and I just feel peaceful with when I'm with her. Sorry, y'all. Um, anyways, I don't know, but long story short, I kind of just fake my personality with everyone, and if I'm being quite frankly, ever since I was a kid, I've always been a quiet person. Like, even my aunt was like, anytime I came over her house, I just walk into her door and just stare at her for a hot little minute and then just walk out. She said she used to get scared only because of my eyes. Like, and wait, okay, y'all, I'm not trying to be illusioning, but one thing I do love about myself is definitely my eyes. And people always say that the first thing that they notice about me is my eyes, if it isn't the fact that I look mean. But no, they're like, "Oh, Myanna, the first thing that I noticed about you was your eyes. Your eyes, and very, I don't know, she's something about your eyes." And so I was like, thank you. We have like such a good rapport. I love you so much. But all right. Anyways, yeah, she'd be like, I just walk into the room, I just stare at her, then I walked out, and like anytime I came over, she never knew where I was because I was always quiet. And it's not just her; it's like my other family too, and my other aunts and uncles. They were like, honestly, you've always been a quiet kid, and you kind of are still. And I don't know, but it's kind of like when I'm around my friends, I just fake to be this very energetic and loud and happy person. But at the end, when I'm done, I kind of just feel drained.
I agree. I feel like because I'm around you a lot more, I feel like that facade isn't there anymore. So I think it's because we're this close, but I can tell by like when you're with other people that it's like a 180, and I'm like, who's this? But it's not. It's just like I get it, because if you're not like that, I feel like sometimes your friends will just think that you're boring, and that you just are just melancholy all the time,
Yeah, and
and it's annoying.
I was having the conversation with my friend, the one that I said that made me feel at peace, and I was like, because we were texting on Instagram, and I had saw this little Instagram post that were like, send it to your friends, and you guys have to answer these questions truthfully. And we had got to this one question, and I was basically just telling her how I felt, and I was like, I feel like every friend that I have to fake my personality because it's like if I show who I truly am, then people won't love me and accept me, and they're like, oh, you're boring, I don't want to be friends with you, you're too quiet and stuff like that. So that's kind of why I act a little bit more energetic around people. But truly, I'm really just a chill guy, y'all, and I'm really just a person who likes to be myself, if that makes sense.
I agree. I can't hide that I'm just there. And a
So
lot of people describe me as like the quiet friend, but I think it also depends on like who I'm around, because when I'm near Myanna, I'm not like I'm quiet, but I'm not like a mouse. Like
yeah,
I can be loud sometimes, but it's not like all the time. And a lot of the time I'm in my room, keeping to myself, probably either sleeping or on my phone playing Block Blast. I don't do much, and I think that's also one of the things that my parents talk to me about. They're like, "Why are you in your room all day?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't want to come out." I was like,
no,
I'm the definition of a homebody. And
she,
my aunt,
she,
she asks me all the time. She's like, "Oh, you want to go walk to Dunkin'? You want to go walk to dude sis?" And I'm like, "No."
I asked to walk to Publix today or something like that. No, it was nothing. She was like, no. And I was like, okay, it's fine.
But I
But
told you why.
yeah, I'm not gonna say it on here, but no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. But I feel like around Reed, I can definitely be the quiet person that I am. But when it gets too quiet, I gotta go jump on her or something because it's a little too quiet. No, I gotta go talk to her, and you know what I mean. I am older, but it's kind of like in some situations where I'm like younger. Okay, calm down.
You're
Anyways,
barely older.
in some situations, it's kind of like I'm the younger sister and she's the older sister, and sometimes I'll just come in and bother her, and then vice versa. Sometimes it feels like she's the younger sister and I'm the older sister. I don't know. It kind of just like fluctuates, but yeah, I feel like she's the person that I can be a bit quiet or have these bursts of energy when I feel like it or if I want to.
Right. And then I can also do the same thing, but it's crazy. She actually jumps on me. It's not a joke. Someone help me.
But
No,
we
I
didn't know
could
that.
be.
That's
No.
not important. That's
I could be
not
minding my business and I turn my head and she just jumping on me like she's in Five Nights at Freddy.
it's all out of love though. I promise y'all. I'm not abusing her. It's all out of love. It's just a relationship that we built up together. And when I first saw Ree low key, I thought she was going to be the B word. I thought she was judgmental. I thought she was going to be the meanest person in the world. And then I had stopped talking to her for about a month, and then I finally came back. But I only talked to her because we had a project together, and she turned out to be a really, really chill person. And she's shy. She's not mean. She's not judgmental. That's the person that you can come to talk to and you literally talk about something. She's very understanding.
Yes, I was really heartbroken when she stopped talking to me, guys. I was like, what did I do? And I was like, what did I literally do?
No, because it's like anytime it's a new student who comes to school, I'm always the person who try to like not tackle but like talk to them first because I want people to feel welcomed. I want people to feel loved and to know that they're accepted for who they are and why they're there. You know what I mean? And so when I first saw Ree, I was like, I got to be the first person to talk to her. I don't care what nobody say. And so the first day she walked in, she was literally standing by her desk. And I said, "Hi, my name is Myanna. How are you? Welcome to this class. If you need anybody to talk to or if you need help with anything, I'm right here." I said, right in front of the class, just come talk to me.
And I was like, thank you. That's all I said.
Like when I introduce myself to people, I literally give them like my whole rundown, my ethnicity, my birthday, my first, last, middle name, nickname, all
Oh,
that.
yeah, she scared me a little bit because I was like, who is this?
I just want to welcome people, and I want people to know that I love them. I love you either way, even if I don't know you. I love you. I really do love you. And the person listens to this, I love you. But I just really want people to know that they're accepted, and I love them for who they are, and they don't have to be someone that they're not. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I won't say that I love people right away, but I will say that I will accept for who they are and not try to judge them based on their appearance. Now, if your personality or how the way you act is not good, I will not hang myself around you. Like I will not be around you. And that's just for a simple fact that I don't want the negativity to rub off and influence me to be negative to anyone else.
100%, 100%. Um, alrighty. What should we talk about now? Um, yo, we finna get into this economy because what y'all got going on?
Oh my goodness,
No,
don't
I
even
can
get me
feel
started.
like okay, y'all. So I'm still I'm okay. Yeah, we're gonna be adults next year, but I've been trying to get into this love life situation, and when I do, it always has a bad outcome. Like my very first relationship, where I was talking to this person, then we kind of stopped talking because it was kind of like everybody's relationship, if you know what I mean. Like how you're in school,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like a relationship that's like everybody's, not just yours. You know what I mean? Because it's like your first relationship, stuff like that. Well, it wasn't his, but it was mine, and you know. I didn't really know how it go and everything. Then I had this quote unquote best friend or whatever. We weren't dating, but long story short, fast forward, I found out that they started dating, and I'm definitely happy for them, but it really does hurt because you were
Right.
supposed to be my quote unquote best friend. Then you went behind my back and did that. But I don't talk to them anymore. I'm kind of my own person now. I'm definitely over that person. Anytime I'm definitely over that person. I don't like that person at all. And in my second relationship, I feel quite frankly,
Ooh.
okay, y'all, she really doesn't like him.
I don't.
She hates him with a passion. But if I'm being quite frankly, without telling all our business, I definitely, everybody have their flaws. I definitely have my flaws. Everyone have their flaws. Uh, you
I
okay?
was just I was just clearing my throat once. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Everybody has their flaws, and it's gonna come out one day. But overall, I feel like he was a very good person, and he was a person that you can go to talk to. And I feel like our lifestyle and our mental health and our family situations were extremely similar. And I low key feel like, not trying to be weird or anything, but if I was a male, that would have been me, and if he was a female, that would have been me. And I feel like our chemistry was extremely strong. But the reason why it ended was because we were trying to take things too fast, if that makes sense. And also, we were trying to ordain. Wait, y'all, I'm getting a call. Give me a second.
Since she's getting a call, I guess I'll start speaking about my love life. Speaking of which, I just broke up with my boyfriend today. Um, I there's a lot that was going on, but because it's not that serious, I'll kind of explain a little bit in detail. So we started dating in January, and um, actually our 2 months hit on the 3rd of March, and today's the 8th. So yay! Um, at the beginning of our relationship, it was extremely well. We'd FaceTime every day. We'd always take FaceTime pictures of each other. Um, yeah, it was really good. The only problem that we had was that it was kind of long distance because he went to Myanna's old school, and I don't go there. So he lives 30 minutes away from me and goes to school 40 minutes away from me. So it's kind of like, ew. And it made it hard to be able to see each other. And because I have volleyball going on and he had wrestling going on, it was not a good mix. So long story short, our communication started going downhill, and I got into a little bit of trouble and got my phone taken. We're not going to speak about that. And I got my phone taken for a month, but I still talk to him through Remind, and like we'd speak, but it wasn't good. Like he'd say good morning, I'd say good morning back. He asked me how I'm doing, and I tell him how I'm doing. Then I'm asking him how he does, and then I get no response until the next day. Yeah, and it kept going like that on and on, like every other day, and then it started getting draining for me because I'm like, if I'm putting effort into a relationship and then you don't give the same effort back, it's like, what is this for? It's one-sided. And you know, the first time and last time that I seen him in person was actually at one of my volleyball tournaments a couple about a few weeks ago, and I had a tournament the day after Valentine's Day. It was the 15th, and I honestly did not think he was going to show up, and I thought he was going to bail, but then he showed up as I'm playing in my second game. Mind you, we did really bad that day. So at the end of the game, I started, like, it was already 2 games and we lost both of them. I started crying because I was really angry, and his first impression of me is literally me crying. If I could take that moment back, I would take it back so fast. Like, it was the most embarrassing thing. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, the first image of me in his brain when he seen me in person was literally waterfalls coming out of my eyeballs because my dad hugged me because he seen that I was gonna start crying, and I was like, oh my gosh. But Then he had got me a Valentine's Day gift, and then I felt extremely guilty because I was like, oh, I cannot do this to him. Like, I can't break up with him and hurt him like that and make him think that I only used him for this Valentine's Day gift or just used him just to have. And I don't want to seem like that type of person, so I held on. I held on really strong too. I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'll give him another chance. It's been 3 weeks since then. I think Valentine's Day was like 3 weeks ago, and looking back, I'm just like the same thing has continued to happen over. And I talked to him about it actually a couple days before Valentine's Day, and he was like, I asked for his input about like if the communication was better like before we got together and as like we were still friends, and he was like, just a little bit. And I was like, what? I honestly thought that was kind of ridiculous, and I was actually talking to my dad about it today, like my biological dad. I was talking to him about it today, and I was like, isn't that crazy? He was like, yeah, Ree, like you cannot keep going like this. And I was like, I know. But that's how that has ended. I think that's no, not I think that is the most recent of. Oh, I can't even say that. But I'm not gonna spoil my other half of my love life because certain someone might be watching it, so I can't. I won't spill the beans.
But
Myanna knows who it is, but I am not spilling the beans about it.
I ain't
Quite
spilling the
yet.
beans. This is my best friend. I'm keeping her. I will zip it, lock it, and put it in the pocket. But
Nice.
alrighty, back to what we were saying. Sorry, y'all. You know I got a phone call or whatever. And y'all can hear me great, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. So like I was saying, the relationship was trying to move too fast, and we said that we would ordain God in the middle of it, but we really didn't, and it was a relationship that was like mentally draining, and it got to a point where like anytime I'd see him, I don't know why, but I kind of just get irritated, if that makes sense. And I don't know, but I hope he's doing okay, and I hope he got his mental health together. And I hope he found a significant other that can treat him sometimes better than I possibly could.
Right. We can only wish the best for those that we've had in the past, unless the situation was different. Then that's not my business. But yeah.
Yeah, and I
Oh
don't
my
know.
goodness, my phone went to sleep mode.
I don't know. My friends told me it really wasn't my fault that the relationship ended, but I kind of feel like it was. Like I feel like a lot of guilt within the relationship, and I feel like everything happened because I didn't do something or this, that, and the third. But I don't know. Whatever. Next subject. My love life at the moment. I don't have one. Y'all only ever been in two relationships, and I feel like Loki. No, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I feel like going into my third relationship, um, at the state that I'm in, and like the age I am at, with me being an adult next year, I feel like it's horrible to go on and have like be in three relationships, and then if you really think about it, you have, I don't know, but then again, my friends are like, girl, if you don't shut all that up, like three is not a lot, but it's kind of like you got to think about it on the rest of my school life and stuff like that. I don't know.
I'm not about to keep having this argument with you.
But I just feel like three is kind of pushing it. And
Well, I guess it all depends on perspective because, like the rest of us have been trying to tell you, there's people who have been in 101 million relationships, even younger than us. So I think that really I can't physically change your mind, but I think it's all about perspective. Um, the age that we are, I actually don't think that already having two relationships is crazy at all. Especially because we're in high school. most times relationships aren't serious to begin with. So it's just like, you had this relationship, that doesn't make you a hoe or anything of the sort. And it's just, you had a relationship, it didn't work, you move on. And I really don't think that's another thing, because our today's talk was supposed to be about society. I think that that's a good thing to touch on, is that having multiple relationships does not make you a hoe or any type of slur or like slander. That doesn't make you that. Like, having a relationship that didn't work out, depending on how it ended, I will add that to it. I guess it all depends on what happened in said relationship, but if it just didn't work out, then that doesn't make you like a bad person for that, you know?
Yeah. And that audio just keeps coming to my head. He's just a boy, Loreline. But it's kind of,
I
yo,
love that sound. I don't even know where it's from.
I don't know.
It's
And I
the
feel like
man Lorelai. Like, oh my
right.
goodness.
And I feel like I'm very young, and love really shouldn't be a factor that I should focus on the most at the moment. But it's kind of like, Eliana Calagoras and Noah Rizzler, or whatever his name is.
Wizard?
Riser Rizzler. I kind of want a relationship like that, but then again, it's kind of like it's things that we didn't see. Like their chapter 20 is my chapter 1. Like they
Right.
went through like 10 times more that I couldn't see, that they didn't put out there. And it's kind of like I just want a person who can love me for who I am, and I don't want it to be temporarily. Sorry, y'all. I want it to be long lasting, and if it could possibly be forever, and then
Right.
I want it to be forever. I don't want to keep getting all these different relationships and then it's mentally draining. I just want to find the right one. And I understand that takes time, but I'm kind of like, oh,
Time is too slow.
I want the right. I want to feel validated. I want to feel loved. I want to care for each other like we should be. Do our due diligence 50-50, and most definitely number one, ordain God in the middle of it. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like with everybody in the society today, it's kind of hard to do that because no one loves to be loyal. And I'm so hard. I mean, not hard, but so. Sorry. No, Diddy. No, Diddy. I'm it's so hard to find love where people aren't unloyal. Like in the society, it's kind of like everyone is so unloyal. But I told myself that I kind of gave up on love today. Not gonna lie, but then I reminded myself, I'm kind of like that's just kind of what you see in the microscope. If you zoom out, then it's definitely other people out there who are loyal and who will treat you sometimes better. But you have to go see. You have to go
And
look.
find them.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince myself that, but it's kind of like, yo,
Yeah, how society and how today is, it's really hard to believe such things.
yeah, it's kind of like I gotta zoom out. I gotta zoom out of the microscope. I need to open my eyes to different things and realize that this is not the end, and it's more people who would treat you 10 times better. But it's kind of like I don't really know.
Yeah. Especially with us being in high school, and then people are so immature. And my dad, he was actually telling me this today. He was like, Ree, I see myself in you, because my dad is pretty wise with this little stuff that he says, but he says that I'm the better version of him because of how I handle information and how I perceive and give out information. And I kind of agree with him on that aspect, because a lot of people like to assume that I'm older than what I am. Like right now, it's no secret, I'm 16, right? But a lot of people will guess that I'm 18 or I'm 17. I'm like, whoa, guys. Let's not push it, but I think it's really because of my maturity level, not to boost my ego, quote unquote, but I'm being down to earth serious when I do say that.
I
I
feel like
think
you're
a lot
very
of people
wise.
could agree with that.
I feel like you're very, very wise.
Right. Like an old lady. That's what Myanna calls me, an old lady.
Oh,
A old lady. I sleep with my TV off. I sleep with my lights off.
and then she walks around this house in this big old hoodie with these little slippers, and she doesn't remind me of a grandma, y'all. I'm not even joking. She doesn't remind me of an old lady. I'm more of the person who likes to go out, go look at the city and stuff like that. And then she should just be like, "No, I want to stay home." I'm like, bro. She's got a friend where it's like, I'd go out one time and then you're getting ready to leave the house, and then you just see her all dressed up and be like, "You're going out?" And we just jump together. She's really just a homebody. She reminds me of a grandma, but I still love it. It's okay. I definitely
Guys, please. I know how to touch grass. I've touched grass a lot of times in my lifetime.
yeah, from being quite frankly.
After my 2021 phase.
Yeah, from being quite frankly, I don't really touch that much
Oh
grass.
my goodness. As such,
No.
this bringing up is such a scary, scary thing to bring up. Like, okay, guys, so today, me and Myanna were watching the 2019 Gotcha Life singing battles. I knew every single song, and I was so upset.
And it's like I came out of my Gotcha Life phase, and it's like no matter how hard I've tried to watch a Gotcha Life mini movie, I just physically and mentally could not get into it. And I'm just like, chat, what is this? Why did I actually used to watch this? This is cringy. I can't believe it.
Yes. And
And
I was so immersed in it too. Like, ew.
bro, yes, I used to want to have a Gotcha Life mini movie account or whatever. I used to have a friend who did Gotcha Life, and she had over 1,000 followers, but kind of had
That's
to
a lot
ghost
of
her.
dedication. And a lot of screenshots. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I had to
I
actually.
refuse.
Okay, so I used to have this friend. She did Gotcha Life, and everything like that. She was Caucasian, and I love her to death. I mean, but things didn't work out, and I figured out who she really was, and I had to ghost her for my own.
Mm.
I still love her, and I hope that she has a lot of success in life. But no, but y'all, let's lighten up the mood. I definitely want to say that the people that I've met this year in 2024 to 2025 at the moment, I
Mm.
definitely am happy with whom I met, even relationship wise, even if it didn't work out. I wish him the best, but I'm happy with everyone that I met. Specifically, three people, um, which is um,
Wow.
Lyra, Lara, and then Jaden. I'm very happy that I met those three people. Like, I'm extremely happy. Like, I'm definitely happy with all the other people that I've met too, but it's like those three people. I'm extremely happy that I met them.
I agree.
And
And
Blake, I love Blake. Yes. Okay.
um I will say the three people, or I guess I could do top five. The top five people going from 1 to 5, one being the best. Myanna is number one. I think Myanna made the rest of my freshman year probably the best school year I've had in a very, very long time. Without, including COVID and being trapped in the house for 2 years. Well, really 1.5 years, the rest of my fifth grade year, and then all of my sixth grade year. I think that's what's really made me into a homebody, quote unquote, was because I was cut off from society for almost 2 years, and that made my social abilities deplete. And I think because I met her during my lord, during freshman year, I think it's brought it up a lot. And I'm really thankful for that. And hopefully it will get better in the future, and I won't be scared to ask my teacher to use the bathroom.
So,
Okay, number two. She's not in here, but my friend Chai, at least that's what I call her online. She is also from school, and I met her during sophomore year, but I knew about her during freshman year. Um, becoming friends with her is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. Um, I love her to death. I sit with her at lunch every single day. We gossip about everything. Recently, actually, not. It was really, really recent. It was yesterday. She got me on to like this anime called Alien Stage, and I literally started bawling my eyes out on the phone. Um, I'm very distraught, but it's things like that, like little moments like that I love about her specifically is that I can honestly I can be my true authentic self about near all of my friends, but specifically Myanna and Chai. I think I can be the most of myself near them, and I don't think I have to censor anything that I say or how I act or what I like or you know things like that. That's what I appreciate the most about them too. And I think with Chai, we have a lot of the same a lot of the same interests. Like we both like K-pop. D1 K-pop hater over here, but we both like K-pop. We both like anime. We both like Genshin Impact and a lot of Roblox and other stuff like in that aspect. And I think that is really refreshing to have, knowing that you have someone that you don't have to pretend to be yourself around, and then them giving back the same energy. Um, Number three, Lara, which is one of the people that Myanna has also mentioned. I love her to death. I think
Love her so much, bro.
she's probably the smartest person, or one of the smartest people that I know from school. And I also think that I'm really grateful that I met her specifically through Myanna. It's crazy because we were on the same bus all of freshman year, like for sub buses that we had to combine. We were on the same bus the entire time, and I didn't even know that that was her until Myanna had pointed her out. I was like, "Are you serious?" And then when we became friends during sophomore year, which is this year, I told her, and she was like, "Are you kidding?" And I was like, "No." So we could have been friends during freshman year if we were introduced to each other during that year, but we weren't. So I'm a little sad about that. But she is the sweetest person. When I'm confused about something in lit, she helps me the most, and I'm really grateful for her. Number four, my friend DJ. He is my favorite guy friend, I will say. Um, he reminds me of like my old friends from my old school before I moved, and that's a good thing. I miss all my old friends, but because I made new friends here, I feel like it's okay that I miss them, and it's okay that I'm not near them because I have other friends. Not saying that y'all are insignificant and that y'all are replacing them, but it's better that I have more of a horizon of friends here, so I don't have to be stuck on them all the time. If y'all watch this, I don't mean that in a harmful way. I mean that in a good way. But I love DJ. DJ is my favorite guy friend. Um, I don't know what I'd do without any of my friends, but specifically DJ. He brightens up the mood a lot, but he's quick to keep it real, and I do love that. And number five, who is my number five person? I want to say it's multiple people, and I'm going to include this in one friend group, so it counts as one person. But my entire friend group from theater, I love them to bits and pieces. Oh my goodness. Specifically, my friend Shaylin, I love her the most out of that entire friend group. Like, I love all of my friends in that friend group, but I love her the most because I talk to her the most and we relate to a lot of the same things. Like, K-pop, D1 K-pop hater, like I said, over here. But, Roblox, she got me into Identity V. I had to delete it because my storage was like going through the roof and I was so upset. I will be getting it on my computer, trust. But I'm glad that she introduced me to a lot of new things. So I'm also grateful for her as well. And that is
Yeah.
my top 5 list.
And okay, yo, I'm gonna also mention some more people because I know if I share this on my Instagram and whatever and whatnot, I don't want people thinking that I'm not grateful for them. Those are just my top five. I'm at top three, like the people that I do talk to the most. But y'all, I love Tati. Let me put her out there though. I love Tati. Yes, girl, I love Tati so much. We actually been in FaceTime like a whole lot recently, and I met her in my sophomore year. I believe, yeah, my sophomore year. And I love Mari. She's cool. She's a junior. I can act who I wanted to be around her. I can talk their ears off. You know what I mean? Because I have a problem with switching subjects really, really fast. If you notice that in this podcast, then I'm sorry, but that's kind of who I am. Um, I definitely love Kamar. I love Eleni. Eleni has a really cool vibe. She kind of remind me of one of those gnarly dude people, if that makes sense. You know, she just loves going to the beach. She loves watching sunsets and all that. And I do strive to be like that one day. And I really do love her. Her ego is very cool. She's very laid back and she's really gorgeous. And Carlos, hey girl. Yes, I love Carlos so much. He's so cool. Raya, I love you so much. We met in the second grade, but we don't really talk anymore. I don't know. It's kind of like you kind of outgrow some people sometimes, but I love her dearly, and I think we would have hit our 8 or 9 year mark that we've been knowing each other. And I'm kind of sad that we don't talk to each other that much anymore, but I don't know. It kind of happens. It's kind of just life. And who else? I definitely want to say that everybody and that Mr. No, actually, I'm not gonna name drop, but I definitely do love. I love Jaden. I love what's her name? Kanai. What's his name? All those people who was in that one class. If I said those two names, then my friends should know who those people are. Because I started talking to them. I felt very alone in that class, and then they stepped up, and we started talking, and they made me feel welcome or whatever and whatnot. And I love Blake, even though she Blake is the only person that I'll let be mean to me or say things to me without me like knocking her out or saying something else. You know what I mean? Like if Ree would have said something like that to me, baby, I'm not going for it.
Wait, what? I like zoned out. Wait, if I
I
said
said
what?
I said like Blake is the only person I'll let say something mean to me without me like getting back at her or anything. But if you said it, yeah, baby,
That's
yeah,
not fair.
no, 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 absolutely not. But also, I want to say I love my girl Chastity. She's so beautiful. I love her curly hair. Her curly hair is absolutely gorgeous. Yo, her hair has grown so much, like so much. And she did this one hairstyle that she posted on Instagram. I don't know why she didn't post it to everybody to like publicly,
Right.
but she was like, y'all, she was gopalicious. I'm not. Okay, I'm very much straight, but I'm just saying, like, she look absolutely gopalicious, not even trying to glaze. Like, not even trying to glaze. Y'all, back on Laura. I love Laura so much. If you're watching this, I love you so much. You're so beautiful. You're like the most precious person I've ever met. Your soul is so gorgeous, and I'm so happy that I have you as my bestie Westie. And I hope that our business and everything will strive and it will get out there. I don't know it will. But I love you so much. I'm not even trying to glaze, but I just love you so much. I don't know. I just never met someone with the most beautiful soul.
I agree.
But she ain't innocent. Y'all, she done said a couple of things and it kind of scarred me, but y'all, she was singing that carnival song and then she said an inappropriate word like yesterday. And
Oh my I
yeah,
literally started crashing out. Oh my
I was
goodness. I
like,
thought
Lada,
I nearly lost it.
you're not allowed to say that. You can't say that. That's not right. It's not you. I didn't raise you this way. And then she just giggles. I'm like, what are you giggling for, chat? And she'd be like that, how Reed just freaking giggle. I'm like, oh. And then I
Yes.
just fine. Actually,
Like, oh my goodness. Like we were like, you're too late. You're too young for this.
exactly. And she's only like what, a year younger.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't
still,
matter. She's still younger.
Exactly, but still, no. I portray her to be this cute little sunflower. She can't. Little daisy. She can't do this. But it's okay. I love her. I love her. I love her a lot. And she puts up with my mess, and I love her for that. But I don't know if there's really anything else to talk about in this podcast. It was great talking to you guys. We have made it to an hour and 4 minutes and some
Oh,
change.
technically, it's an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh my lord, y'all! It just said 4 minutes. Okay, keep rounding up over here. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I didn't bore you out. Remember that I love you. We love you. We accept who you are. Be who you are. Stand out. You're not meant to be a copy and paste. Stand out. Be who you are. I love you for who you are. Your features are unique. Your weight is perfectly fine. Your body shape is fine. And
You're it.
one day you'll find that significant other as well.
Yep.
But we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.